Welcome back to Talk to Me Tuesday. I'm your host, Stephaine Carter, your Royal Tax Strategist. And today we're going to talk about what it really takes to build a strong business foundation, and why structure matters more than motivation. I know you wonder, what does it really take, right, to build a strong business foundation? So today I want to talk about that. One of the biggest misconceptions in business is that success comes from motivation. Okay. Motivation is great and that'll get you started. But the structure is what keeps you going when you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, discouraged, or facing some challenges. The businesses that survive and grow are not necessarily owned by the smartest people. Y'all seen some people out there, it's just they're not the brightest, but their business is thriving, or even the most talented people, okay? They're built by individuals who create systems, processes, and accountability that allows their business to function consistently, okay? Having a business is about consistency. So motivation is only temporary. You feel motivated after attending a conference. I know I just went to one and I was all hyped up. I was hyped up, y'all. You also feel motivated after watching a video, and you feel motivated about when you hear a great speaker. And those are great components, but that will not be what will sustain you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that foundation. So you think about what happens when your sales slow down. What happens when your clients become difficult? When your employees make mistakes, those mistakes can be costly. And what happens when the cash flow gets a little tight and life starts lifing? That motivation begins to fade, doesn't it? But the structure still remains, regardless. If you lose your way just a little bit, that motivation fades. You still got to have that structure. So what is a business structure? Business structure is the framework, okay, that allows your company to operate effectively, which will include, y'all, I got to write this stuff down because it's a lot. You wonder how I function, I have to write it down, okay? That's part of my structure. And plus, I don't want to miss any steps, okay? So first things first, separate your bank accounts. Your business should not be operating out of your personal account, okay? It needs to operate out of its own account. Establish your business account. Budgeting. I cannot stress that enough. You want to budget so you know how to manage your cash flow, okay? So I have some budget templates. DM me, message me, contact our office, okay? We'll get you those budgeting templates. You want to establish a bookkeeping system. Bookkeeping system can be anywhere from an Excel sheet. That's not what I would like, but that'll get you started, okay? If you're interested in a template, we can send you an Excel sheet template as well. But there's also budgeting softwares available. Yes, you've heard of QuickBooks. See how much that is to get you a QuickBooks bookkeeping system. There's Wave. There are several out there. Xero. There are many options available for you so that you can know exactly where your money is going, how it's being spent. That helps establish that cash flow. Okay. And tax planning. Now, y'all know tax planning is so important. Who wants to get hit with that enormous bill at the end of the year come April 15th? Or if you are structured as an S Corp or a C Corp or a BIS or a partnership, your due date is March 15th, okay? Not April 15th. Okay, so you want to know, so if you don't know your numbers, you need to know what your numbers are so that you can run your business effectively. So I like to tell people, if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. That makes you think, doesn't it? It does. Also, you want to have operational structure. Operational structure will include your standard operating procedures, so those SOPs. If you need checklists, create you a checklist. You need to know how the work flows. Your client onboarding processes, your service delivery systems. If you know all of these things, your business will run more effectively. It'll run smoother. That time that you're spending on, do this, I got to do that. If you have an order about things, then everything will slow down for you. Everybody knows what exactly they're supposed to do. There's minimal people coming up and asking you questions and interrupting your day. As a business owner, we have to function, and we do need to know how our business functions, regardless if we're the ones physically doing it or not. Okay, so those SOPs will be a great start. So when you do bring on somebody else, they know exactly what to expect in that position and how you want things done. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Royal Tax Solutions. I know you hear tax and just think of strictly taxes, but Royal Tax Solutions is more than taxes. If you need business structure, you need to have a consultation, you want to know about tax planning, you want to know about different engagements, how to market your business, then you contact Royal Tax Solutions. We are your solution for every area of your life, whether it be personal or business. Come see us, let's have a talk. So, when you think about starting your business, you think about, okay, you've got your name, right? Okay, now how did you register that? Did you immediately go and you know that you need to either register your business with the Secretary of State by obtaining a DBA, or you need to register your business with the Secretary of State um, by creating a new entity formation. Okay. And then you apply for your EIN. Most people get those steps confused. Most people will apply for the EIN first before they apply for the DBA or the, the entity formation. The correct order is to apply for the entity formation or form your entity first, then you obtain an EIN. And then if you're interested in government grants, contracts, then you need to go to sam.gov, okay, so that you can get you a UEI. A UEI is a unique entity identifier that's issued by sam.gov, okay? Mixing finances. Don't do it. Do not do it. That is a horrible habit and you need to break it immediately. Mixing your personal finances and your business together will wind you up in an audit. And the reason why we tell you to separate those two accounts from each other is because if ever in the event of an audit, if you've commingled those accounts, now you have to relinquish your banking information to the IRS as well. Okay? So let's avoid doing that. If we keep those accounts separate, that helps you maintain your account. You'll know what's going in and out without any of the confusion. Also, recording. It's very important that you keep records. You have to keep records. Some individuals have undocumented individuals working. You know, there are certain parameters, not to say that you can't have them, but there are certain things that you have to follow. You'll need to complete that W-9, and that's for any contract laborer, okay, whether they're documented or undocumented. But if someone is here and they do need an I-10, there are ways that you can apply to do so, okay, so that you can count and be able to claim those expenses, those costs that your business is accruing because you have contract laborer, okay? So it's not saying that you cannot make that deduction, but you just need to follow. There are some documents that go along with it. Okay, so those of you have elected to, y'all, I'm going off some questions here. That's why it's coming out like rapid fire. Because that's how y'all be sending stuff to me. So it's going to get delivered how y'all sent it, okay? So you're asking about payroll systems. Is it necessary? Yes, it is absolutely necessary if you are set up to be taxed as an S Corp, okay? An S Corp or a C Corp. You are required to have a payroll system. You need to be compensating yourselves reasonable compensation. You know what that is. You know what it is that you need to maintain for your household, okay? You think about that. And if you'd like to schedule a consultation so we can go into depth, then let's do that. You know my number, it's 512-668-9839. Or you can always visit our website at www.royaltaxsolution.com and you'll be able to schedule an appointment. If you'd like it specifically with me, be sure to select my name because, you know, my time does fill up. Those slots do fill up very quickly. So if you get one, and I'll see you when you book. I know you get tired of me like coming at you, but I'm not coming at you in a negative way. I just want you to have your best foot forward. So keep in mind, structure is what turns ideas into income. So if you're ready to get your business structured correctly, go ahead and contact Royal Tax Solutions. Oh, I got a caller. Royal Tax Solutions, this is Stephanie. How may I help you?